Hello again, YouTube. Hi, babies. It's me, Alicia, and we are doing part 2 of our amazing haul from the Orlando Hiawassee Goodwill outlet. I wanted to split it up into 2 videos because this one is a little bit weird and I don't want my videos demonetized. Since I'm so new to YouTube, I don't know the rules per se right now. I would really appreciate it if you would like this video to push it out into the algorithm, and also subscribe because we're going to have a lot more hauls. We're going to have Dollar Tree DIYs. I have a lot of plans for this channel. I just realized I forgot to tell you how much everything cost. I can tell you now it was $24.29 for everything from today's and yesterday's haul. I live in Orlando, so we have 2 Goodwill outlets here, one on Hiawassee and one on Taft. Both are absolutely amazing, but the one on Hiawassee has an extensive book collection. So many books, in fact, that I had to go get a tote for it, and I found this amazing Kate Spade. It's so nice. Oftentimes, items from Goodwill that aren't sold will be trickled down through Goodwills to the Goodwill outlet. That's the last stop. I don't believe that the books that I got, a majority of them, were at any Goodwills. It seems as though someone just donated an entire collection to the outlet. There were far too many of the same kinds of books for it to be from everywhere. Unless everyone in Orlando is a Nazi. Who knows? Before we start, I'd like to do a small trigger warning. They're books about Hitler, and they're books that are in German about Hitler, which I believe are illegal now. I wanted to take them out of rotation. I wanted to make sure that no one else can have these because I don't think that they should be out there, but I also don't think that they should be destroyed. I think that we need to remember the past so that we don't fall into the trap of repeating it. With that said, let's start with some non-Hitler books and work our way into them. That sounds terrible. I just love vintage books, and I love books that they had a bunch of these, and I thought they were very cool. It's the University Library. This one is volume 21. Typically what I'll do, if it's an important book or something that I want to read, I put it in my library. If not, I will turn them into safes and hiding spaces. I also got volume 6 from the University Library. What the University Library is it's a collection of short stories and poems. I got this magazine, which is 4 Dark Days in History. It's for JFK's assassination. It's just a special edition, and it basically just talks about what he was doing, where he went on the days before he died, what happened on the day he died, the few hours right there. Jackie on the plane watching someone take over for her husband who had only been shot a few hours before. It's fascinating. I think that JFK's assassination is absolutely fascinating, and having this is very, very cool. In the same bin, I also got the Warren Report. So the Warren Report is an in-depth write-up about JFK's assassination. It's a very long read. I've actually never been able to get through it. However, if this is sitting next to my bed, it's the perfect way to fall asleep. I got this 1977 Eaglet yearbook. I love yearbooks because I like looking back on how it used to be, how kids used to dress, what they used to do. And also, it's just memories. I love memories. I got a Treasure Island book from 1939. That's when it was given to the recipient. It's very, very cool. It's not worth a lot, but it smells so good. It smells like tobacco and mold. And now we're getting into our German books. Here we go. This is Michel. It is a book of postmarks that were used in Germany over the years, including during Nazi time. So there are some Nazi insignias on a lot of the pages, unfortunately. But I do like stamps, and I like looking at different postmarks and where they're from. I do not speak German. I guess I have to learn. And what better way than with Nazi paraphernalia? I will say it again, I bought these so that they aren't out there for other people to have and use. This is Hitler, a pictorial documentation of his life. There are a lot of books that were talking about Hitler youth, about what it was like to grow up in Germany. It was a very strange bin. This one is very, very cool. This is Olympia 1936, and what it has to do with is the Olympics when they were in Berlin. So we have all of these pictures. It is, of course, in German. But all of these pictures are not printed on the page. They're placed onto the page. They're glued on. With this one, it's coming off a little bit so you can see behind it. I guess you could take these pictures off and put them up on the wall. I don't know. If anyone wants a more in-depth version of this from above, showing you all of the pages for any of the books, please let me know. I'm more than happy to make additional videos about them. This is a very expensive book online. It is this, and it translates to the Great or the Big German Campaign in Poland. Basically, it's talking about when Germany invaded Poland. So there's pictures of how they did it. It's a very uncomfortable book to look through. We have this book, again in German. It is called A Crazy New World, a Panopticon of Follies. I appreciate the use of panopticon, but it is propaganda, anti-American propaganda from 1943. It shows Americans as insane and sex-craved. It's very obviously propaganda, but back then people didn't know because there wasn't enough information out there. This one is called Hitler Away from the Cathedral, Everyday Life. It's actually a rebound book. The original book was much smaller. So the book's binding was taken apart and then rebound, which after the war typically happened by people trying to smuggle out Nazi literature. They would rip off the covers, take them out of country, and then have them rebound when they got somewhere new. It was originally sold or attempted to sell at auction. Heinrich Hoffmann, Adolf Hitler photo book. Heinrich Hoffmann's 1937 photo documentary on Adolf Hitler. Hitler absent from Alltag. Hitler away from daily life. Rebound in hardcovers. The cover is decorated with a large AH and the title of the book in Gothic script. The original covers are missing. Binding is loose and partially split with original inscription on the front leaf. To my loyal employee party comrade Hofmeister, Easter 1940. I am not saying those last two words. In 1937, someone did a photo documentary about Hitler at home and with the Goebbels family. Adolf Hitler was a tyrant. Adolf Hitler was a monster. because of Hitler, a lot of people died. I don't know who owned this collection of books. I don't know if they own them because they liked Hitler, or if they own them the same way I'm planning on, just to keep them around, but keep them out of circulation. Again, if we don't remember the atrocities that happened, we will repeat it. Also, here's Hitler having a fancy tea party on the lawn. That should be the worst, right? That was most likely smuggled out of Germany should be the worst book, right? But it isn't. Of all the books that I got, this one is probably the most disturbing. It's called Life Theft, editorial booklet. On the inside cover it says, Comrades, Circle of the Former, Waffen SS. Dear friends and comrades, with this new book, number 150, you hold our Haymoon edition in your hands, which in addition to the summer solstice thoughts, this time only contains 2 articles which, however, cannot be shortened or continued because of their comprehensive message. The next issue of the guidebook, number 151, will be published in autumn of this year. All of us at Shield Verlag wish you a relaxing holiday and remain with friendly greetings. This is like a newsletter for former SS soldiers. If you're watching this and I'm wrong about any of this, please comment, reach out. I would love to be proven wrong. I do not speak German, so I don't know exactly the words that are being translated. Maybe the translation is wrong. I really hope so. But I believe this is a newsletter for Nazis. And what makes it so disturbing is you can see right here in their references and sources, some of these go up to 1999. Right there is 1999. So this wasn't put out in 1943. This wasn't put out for former SS members in 1967. This is from the early 2000s. So when people say there's no Nazis left, I make a big point of not getting overly political in my videos. You have your beliefs, I have mine, we are all entitled. But we do have to remember that a while back, people allowed their hatred and their fear to run rampant. And it's a hard bell to unring. These books should not have been at the Goodwill outlet, in my opinion. I think that they should have been destroyed. You can have books about Hitler, books about World War II. I think that these hit a little too close to home. I'm going to keep them. I'm going to continue to talk about them because I feel that this is something that we should never shut up about. I don't want it to happen again. To anyone, if this has taught you anything, please feel free to like it so that maybe it'll get pushed out in the algorithm and reach more people. If you want me to go more in depth about any books and do a video just going through the pages so that you can read it, please let me know. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Be good to people. I don't want to do my normal bye with the waving. I think we should just leave in silence. Bye.